I'm just gonna put it on record. We can go whenever we're ready.
Oh, we're just going?
I mean,
Man,
might as well.
gotta prepare me for that stuff.
Yeah.
What is up? It's the Bruh Podcast.
Welcome back.
Yes. The second installment of the Bruh Podcast. This week is Bruh. Waco.
Waco. If
The
you
Netflix series Waco.
yeah. If you remember last episode, one of the things that we thought about talking about was Waco, and I had to go watch the Netflix series, and I did.
All
so
right. Okay.
we're gonna talk about it.
I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Before we start talking about it, did you know anything about it before you started watching it?
So I didn't
Okay.
recall.
Okay.
I guess it was during, obviously, my childhood or whatnot.
Yeah.
But my wife knew. I didn't.
Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
So it was all brand new for me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know where to start.
My only real memory I have, this was 93. I looked at it. It was February 28th, 93.
Okay.
Is when the ATF, stormed the place. Which, all I remember is I thought that was the end of it. I thought that's how it ended. I didn't know that's how it started. Like the raid started it, and I thought they got tired of them. We just raided the place. But I was also a freshman in high school.
Gotcha.
I didn't pay a lot of attention to the news.
I mean,
there was something going on in Waco.
Yeah.
I lived in Dallas at the time. My only real memory of it was my family and my mom got remarried, and we moved to Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
So at my new school, I would tell everyone I was from Dallas, and the immediate thing was like, is that close to Waco?
Gotcha.
Like, it was like the only question I got about it. I was like, not really. I mean, it is, but, it's a drive. But, so that's my only memory of it.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't even remember, Oklahoma City bombing because I wasn't here. And so, you talking about Waco? That's so far away from my radar.
Which, if you watch, there's another Netflix documentary about the Oklahoma City bombing. This is a whole nother podcast, maybe.
Well,
but they're connected.
They're connected.
Yeah,
right.
The Oklahoma City bombing happened because of Waco.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Well, now that I've seen Waco, I kind of want to see that one because of the connection.
That one's an actual documentary. It's not the Friday Night Lights guy acting like somebody.
Gotcha.
So,
which he did a great job, actually.
He did a pretty good job.
Job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we'll start off. I don't know where to start off. Man, there's a lot of stuff.
There was a lot. I mean, I was fired up when I first watched it, and I was like, man, I want to go talk about it right now because I have so much ammo. But I think I've dialed it back a little bit now that it's been a week since I watched it. But I still got some.
When you're in it. Yeah. Like, I told Amanda, I said, this is going to take me a while to watch because I don't think, I could be overstating myself maybe, but I don't ever think I would be a part of something like that. Like my mindset would be like, there has to be a line somewhere.
Right.
And it seemed like for me, those people had no line. They were just cool with whatever David said. It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah. All right. Word up.
I mean,
cool.
There's okay. Yes, I agree. Can I just tell you, let me just tell you the first part where what I would have been like,
go for it.
No.
Go for it.
I'm not doing this. When he said that he had to take the burden of intimacy with my wife. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen Waco, go see Waco.
Yeah.
But
that's the ultimate line for me.
When he would have said that, was I can't think of the names. Tobias? Thibodeau. I said Tobias. But when he was telling that to Thibodeau, and I was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. You're like, I'm not gonna fall for this. Yeah. Peace, deuce.
I'm like early 20s. Yeah. You're gonna tell me this? I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
No, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one. Certainly, That's one of them.
Yeah.
That was a major one.
Yeah.
I think I laughed out loud. I did a LOL during that scene.
Yeah.
The other one would be the dad, when the raid started, the guy that got shot in the stomach.
Yes.
He was cool with David having his daughters, basically.
I know.
Underage daughters. Just because, he memorized the Bible and stuff, and something about the 7 seals. I'm no Bible scholar.
Right.
I'm not going to pretend to be.
Right.
Apparently the 7 seals was just the greatest sermon ever. But it's like Sermon on the Mount, and David Koresh's 7 seals sermon. But, that's what got everyone, apparently.
This is what I would say. For anyone who is seeking the Lord or reading the Bible, I wouldn't take anyone's word for it. I would study it for myself, understand it, get counsel from those who you trust. But just to take someone's word for it, just like blind faith, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
That was pretty tough. That was pretty tough for me to watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yes, the dad.
They were just cool with it.
Huh? Yeah, they were just cool. I don't get it. They were just.
He's like, God told me to.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Well, okay.
Great.
It's good enough for me, D.
Go
ahead, bro.
Listen. If they would have just read even maybe a little bit of the Old Testament, where it says, they become one flesh and, it's you and your wife, it's not like others into your marriage and all that type of stuff. I think they would have been like, well, this looks a little different from the Bible compared to what you're saying to me. Yeah. But I would assume that they were using a different translation. I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know.
I know they had, because I heard a little bit of an interview with that Thibodeau guy. And apparently they had Bible study all the time.
Really?
Like for sometimes hours on end, like 4 or 5 hours a day. They'd go to their little chapel thing that you saw in the show, where the band was and all that. Yeah. He'd go for hours with Bible study. Maybe they skipped that part?
Yeah, how does that happen?
That part, and never got around to that part.
Man.
Don't know. But these are all great points that you make here.
Yeah, I'm kind of just rambling now. It's all coming back to me. It's like...
Okay, so the raid. All right, we'll just start with the raid. All right, so...
Okay.
ATF, right? There's 2 sides to every story. Mm-hmm. And every side's trying to cover their butt.
Yep.
Both sides are trying to cover their butt. So...
And unfortunately, they can't cover theirs anymore.
Right. Six people got out?
Yeah.
Was it 6?
Only 6?
Yeah. Anyway, that's at the end. Don't worry about it. Plenty more podcasts left. So, if you hear stories, the ATF shot the dogs, so then they started shooting back. The Branch Davidian people started shooting back.
Right.
That's when the whole raid thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also hear they had a search warrant, so they could have just walked right in the house if they wanted to.
And probably could have avoided all this.
Found some stuff.
Yeah, and just been like, hey, you can't do this anymore. We got to lock you up.
We're going to arrest you, dog. Come with us to the paddy wagon.
Man, no one had to get killed, didn't
it? And there was no surprise. Apparently, there was no surprise factor to it.
Right.
Which the negotiator guy was like, you have to have that. Right. Otherwise, stuff like that's going to happen.
Right.
So they're prepared for you. So they're already armed.
Right.
Right? So anyway, that happens. And that's it. That's where our standoff. That's where our standoff starts.
52 days or 51? Yeah, whatever it is. 50.
Started February 28th. This is according to Google, who Google's never wrong. So I'm
never wrong.
No, never wrong.
Neither is Wikipedia.
February 28th and ended on April 19th. So good month and a half. It was 52 days.
Yeah,
I think.
52. I think
52, 54, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts.
Well, I think just thinking about the whole raid and everything. Like even they were doing what is it called with the sounds?
The psychological warfare type stuff.
Yeah, and then the other guy was just like, "You doing all this hasn't got one person out."
Yeah.
And what I was doing, yes, it was slower.
Right.
Slower process. We can agree with that. It was slower. Obviously, it was 52 some days. Slow. But people were coming out. You know, like he got he said 5 because Thibodeau came out later because the place
those are just people that escaped during the ending raid.
Yeah, the ending. Yeah.
The raid number 2, we'll call it. But I think 30-something people came out before then.
Oh, so I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't show that part. That's probably why.
Right. They showed the kids coming out.
Yeah, I saw the kids. I didn't know if we were counting kids.
And I mean, look, this is not historically accurate.
Right.
I'm sure.
Right.
I mean, it's all Hollywoodized, and But he got some people out. I mean, that was an interesting dynamic of the movie. Was do we settle this peacefully, or do we not just care about these people, even though they're American citizens, not really bothering anybody?
Right. I mean, they're doing something illegal.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But they're not like
right. Yeah.
It's all their own little thing. Right. They're not like
that.
going out into the community and bothering anybody.
Yeah, I don't know if tanks were necessary, but yeah.
Yeah. I would say maybe not a tank. It's cool. Don't worry about the tank. I know you don't use tanks a lot on American soil, but
exactly.
Let's use them. Why not?
I mean, you gotta get the rust off. I mean,
we got these extra tanks laying
just
around.
sitting there.
Oh man!
But
so
yeah. Go ahead.
So it's like a will, like a battle of wills, right?
Do you think that he really came out though and said, "Hey, the women and children"?
Yeah. See, I
wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I'll never know. I guess.
You'll never know, right? Because ATF ain't gonna tell you the truth.
Right. I mean, because if he did that, I just feel like, yeah, he knew he was in the wrong, I would assume, and then he tried to settle it peacefully, and it just broke loose. Like,
because he played that card a couple times in the show.
Yeah.
Like, there's women and children in here.
Right.
Leave us alone type thing.
I mean, I would assume some of it is real if he really was on the phone calls with him, and he's like, and he said that, like, women and children are in here. Like, hey, can you calm it down a little bit?
Yeah. And this is based off Thibodeau's book,
right?
And the Negotiator's book. They kind of just like meshed them together, and made a series out of it, right?
Yeah. No, what's crazy? I mean, I know we were at the beginning, but what's crazy is how well he's able to manipulate people to follow him.
Yeah,
he can figure out your weak points, or say, "Oh, I can relate."
Yeah.
Why don't you come with me so you feel like you belong?
Right.
Stuff like that. And I mean, just thinking of like Thibodeau's story, a little bit. And I was just like, man, I think about people who just do that nowadays, and just construed what is actually being said so it fits their motive.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's just like, man, I know it happens today. I don't see it, but I don't think I'll fall for it either. Yeah. But
he had a golden tongue. I guess. He's a con man.
Yeah.
Con man?
Yeah.
I'm going to say con man. I don't care.
I agree with that.
Say con man.
I agree with that. To get what he wanted, it just happened to use scripture.
Right. Right. I don't know if this is a good word. Perverted scripture for his own gain, I guess, or purpose. Right. So, which he ain't the first to do it.
Oh, no.
Won't be the last to do it.
No.
But,
That's what I was saying. I'm saying that people, they do it today. We just...
Yeah, I guess
maybe in a different way.
That goes back to what we were talking about. Like, everyone was just okay with it.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. People...
Because he was somewhat of a great teacher.
Blindly follow.
I guess. Yeah. And people want to be a part of something. That's why you have protests.
True.
People don't know what they're protesting for. They're just saying, hey, protest over here. Give me a sign.
Right.
So
true. Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm offending a lot of people in this podcast. I think we may just have to start the whole thing over.
Just talking.
I don't know. Yeah, we're just talking, bruh. Two bruhs talking.
We're just talking.
Right. Okay. So where are we at?
So
I was trying to follow chronologically.
Yeah.
But we're just talking too.
I think it would be tough to do the marriage thing too, like when Thibodeau got married. But then it was just like, that didn't mean anything. I just saved you, kind of thing. I think emotionally, I would have probably been out on that too. Like, And you just used me. You just used me so that you look good legally, but I'm assuming that he actually was falling for her,
right?
And because that's how it was portrayed, and I can't even be with the girl I just married,
right?
Yeah,
who they portray as someone he already likes, right, or is physically attracted to,
and her vice versa,
So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Again, that may be where I throw the deuces up. Just be like,
I know there's some other. Oh man, there's some other.
We're in this shack in the middle of nowhere. I could probably be doing better someplace else.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even if I would have saw the cellar full of guns and people going out and selling illegally, I probably would have been out on that too. Like.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's another moral. That's another, moral
decision, I guess.
Thing, tightrope that they were walking there, Some wasn't a tightrope. It was just, that's morally wrong.
I mean, I assume that they were like, well, this is the way, regardless if it's illegal or not, this is how this is providing.
Sure. We had to make money. There's people that buy stuff like that, so,
Yeah.
Illegal or not, probably didn't need to be shot at and, tanks rolling over your cars and stuff.
I agree.
So,
and I wonder if they should do a book for the cop who started investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Who was like going in there and looks like he's starting to get converted or whatnot. I wonder if they should get like his backstory to know exactly kind of how things are going. Like they don't talk about his story. I assume it's a perspective of Thibodeau and maybe the other guy of him.
Yeah.
Because he's in the movie, but I wonder what his story is to say, man, I went in there and he's really convincing. And I was starting to, because they played the mom card on him.
Yeah.
And I was convinced or whatever,
Yeah, that would be interesting. And then just throw him under the bus. Like, send him in there, and then a good soldier.
I would have told everything after that. I would have told everything.
I'm right. I'm on. Who was popular back then?
Yeah.
Montel Williams. I'm on Montel Williams the next day.
Next day, everybody.
Bro. Montel, let's go.
Everybody. Hey, this is truth. I was there. They threw me on the bus. I can care less now.
I almost said Montel Jordan, but that's different. Totally different guy.
That's a singer.
Yeah.
That's a singer. Yeah. I'm with you.
But I mean,
good times.
Montel Jordan was popular too. You probably could have got some stuff off of him too. But
he might have made a song.
That is interesting. Like,
he
was, he did go behind enemy lines, I guess you could say, And he was still, I guess David saw him. Thibodeau did say that, so I guess that is partially accurate.
Right.
Like, David did see him as like a lost soul or whatever you want to call him, someone he could convert or lead into his,
And this is in his like extra.
Yeah, some interview I heard with him. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. So
maybe I need to see that.
Maybe, I don't know, but again, like I heard an interview with the negotiator guy. Heard an interview with Thibodeau guy. They're completely opposite.
Really.
Like how things went down, type stuff. So,
really?
Yeah.
Speaking of secondary characters, what do you think about the radio host?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about his?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
That's one of those things that I'm sure it may have been real. That's one of those things I feel like may have been like just put in there just because we need to put it in there.
Yeah.
Like this isn't super research, podcast.
Right.
This is hit record and let's talk about stuff.
Let's talk about it.
As you could probably tell. But that might have been real, but I don't know if it added or took away from anything.
Well, I think, this is kind of ending talk, but thinking about the whole tear gas topic that he was talking about is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I didn't know that.
But then you hear the negotiator guy, and he's like, there's thousands of other times tear gas is used and nothing happens, you know. So, and he claims, obviously, Thibodeau's going to refute this.
Right.
But he claims, I guess they gave him the milk and bought the bugs in there, the mics, you know, hid the mics in there. Apparently there's recordings of them like basically saying, hey, start the fire type thing.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know. That's FBI and ATF people. So take that how you want. But
I'm so confused.
but I think they show it in the show as like a lantern fell over, right? Like it wasn't on purpose. Like Steve, was that his name? Steve, like the second in command.
Which
like he was putting out like a fire of a lantern that fell over. Steve is probably Steve is probably my biggest problem with this whole thing. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
So many opportunities just to be like, this isn't for me. Like, I'm taking my wife. I'm out.
Here's another line. Okay. Here's another line I just got. Right. If I live in Hawaii, like not a lot of people get to say that. I'm living in Hawaii, studying, theology. Smart dude.
Right.
Studying the Bible, living in paradise. I ain't moving to Waco, Texas with some nutcase, Like, right. I don't care how good his preaching is. Right. I mean, I heard some good preachers, and I like a lot of them,
But
right.
No, I tell you.
I ain't following him across the country.
Man.
To live in dust-filled Waco.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Way out in Waco. Not like the city part of Waco. Wherever it was at. But
when I think it would mess with my psyche. Thinking of Steve. Oh, Steve. Bruh. Steve. When I have been trying with my wife to get pregnant, and then I find out that she's pregnant, but not by me. I'm done, man. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It would just mess with me way too much. Like, she has a baby, kid's not even mine, but I still love my wife, but the kid's dad is still there. He can come in anytime. And then my wife starts, I guess, following him more or loving him more, I guess. I don't know how the show's kind of portraying that. Yeah. And I mean, she'd do anything for him, and oh man, my psyche would be messed up. And even like just that bloody type, I don't know if that was for show or whatever.
Oh yeah, and shot in the hand and just typing stuff out.
I would be messed up.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, he hurt me, man. I was like, why are you here? I felt like it was real. Like, Steve, leave. Steve, just go.
The door's right there, Steve.
Man.
When you go to that gun show, don't come back.
Yeah, you go out all the time.
Stay in Houston. It's a nice place. Kind of nice. Nice enough place. Just
better
stay
than
there.
Middle of nowhere Waco.
Better than you got indoor plumbing, I think.
Yeah,
in Houston somewhere. Pretty sure, right? When that thing, didn't you say they didn't have running water or something like that? Water. Yeah.
Hey.
So now we're in the sweat box. No running water. Everybody stinks. That place had to be terrible. But man, Steve, I'm with you. Steve
is rough. And actually, the lawyer dude, too. Was he a lawyer?
Yeah.
I was like, why are you here? Like,
I mean, these are very smart people.
Yes, super smart.
I would think.
Why are you here? And he had like, okay. I remember his story. He actually played on his son that was handicapped.
Right.
He played on that emotional card. Yeah. But still.
Yeah, I don't remember that guy's name, but Steve and that other guy. What are you doing?
Steve and him.
Steve.
Generator fixer.
Yeah. And counsel.
Yeah, and counsel. Legal counsel.
Legal counsel, yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the term I was looking for. Oh, man. Yeah, this whole thing, like, we could probably talk for hours about it. I'd keep going, like, oh, this thing. What about this thing? Like, it's like... It's so crazy.
That if it wasn't witnessed or recorded or whatever, you wouldn't think it would be true.
If someone just wrote this, you'd be like, this movie's weird.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, you'd still be yelling at people, what's wrong with you people?
Right.
What are you doing? Right?
Now, what gets me... So, I don't have a positive... Or I'm just not all positive on one side and all negative on the other.
Yeah.
I didn't like either side.
Sure.
I mean, obviously they were doing something illegal. Yes, I don't agree with what he was saying was biblical and that he's, the second coming or whatever he is. Anyway,
he's Messiah, but he's not Jesus.
Messiah, but not Jesus. I'm sorry.
Messiah does not mean Jesus.
Yes.
It means...
I don't agree with that. But anyway, put that on the record. Do not agree with that. Yes, he was trying to explain that too. Yeah, and all that stuff. Yes, they were doing all that stuff. Yes, I don't agree with what he was doing. But on the law side, I don't agree that we needed tanks. I don't agree that we needed it looked like an army for a little compound.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that...
For citizens, not soldiers.
Yeah. That's just weird.
Like,
is that not weird?
It's super weird.
It's like... I don't know.
It's like it starts out in Ruby Ridge in Idaho, right?
Yes.
And they try to make it look like this is like a makeup for that, but it's worse.
Right.
Kinda.
Which they sent a military out there too for 2 people.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. One guy and his family. I don't know what it was. But, but I was just really sad at the ending. I mean, just all of them trapped in that little cellar. And, the tanks, again, because it's so necessary for tanks. Yeah. If that's the way it happened, I don't really know. Because it looked like it was in the back of the building, right? So if they didn't have footage, they kind of made it up, right? Anyway, so whatever happened, it collapsed, whatever, and just all those people just trapped and just dead because we decided we needed tanks. If that's the case, which was really unnecessary to me, especially if you had a warrant. Like
had a warrant the first time. And could have just knocked on the door and said, "Hey,
hey, you know why we're here?
ATF, step aside."
Yep.
Like you've probably done millions of times at other places, at least thousands.
And if he truly, I don't know if it's true, he came out and just like, hey, I'm right here. Like, man, we could have solved that quickly.
Like, somebody didn't go, he's right there.
And if a dog came, hey, man, get your dog, but you still coming? Get your dog. He was the dog was on the other side of the fence, right? So make sure you take care of your dog.
Check the dog, Yeah. Does the dog had all his shots?
Yeah.
We up to date on everything?
Somebody bite me. We're good.
Yeah.
Man.
A lot of stuff could have been avoided. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, but to answer your question, though, I don't remember this. I haven't seen anything like it until I watched it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
And they tried to, I guess, going back to the radio show, like his guest that he had on the show, I was trying to say it wasn't a cult due to some definition.
Right. I remember that.
What cults were. Right. I mean, it seems like a cult to me. I may be ignorant on what a cult is, but
I must be too.
Now maybe. Obviously, I do not know. I don't know. I don't think the Bible says this, but sure, maybe back in the day when the church was starting, people were probably like, those people are weird.
Yeah.
And probably called them a cult. I don't know. But we're a little smarter, more educated, more informed nowadays.
That was a cult.
It was a cult. I mean, it's a cult. Come on. Call it what it is. Let's call spade a spade, right?
Yeah, right.
It's a cult.
Hey.
You got the one guy. Everyone's following him. He makes his own rules up. People are just
that's the thing.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
That's key. Man, made it up, man. And people just... Yeah.
Singing Practical Jokers. You watching Practical Jokers?
Man, I haven't watched that.
Sometimes,
so long.
like in a punishment, right? They'll punish the guy, but he doesn't know he's getting punished, and then he'll say something. They'll go, well, and change it on him. Like, no, that's not really true what you just said. I would probably go, well, a lot of times if I was sitting in that compound, like. David comes up to me like, yeah, Brian, can I talk to you for a second, bro? Yeah, had a dream. I have to marry your wife. I'm sorry. You can't have her no more. She's my wife now. Yeah. I'll be like, I didn't have the same dream. Yeah. So God hadn't spoken to me yet. Yeah, I'm using God in quotation marks here.
Right.
Hasn't spoken to me yet about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it filled the dreams. The husband and wife had the same dream to confirm his dream. So I feel God would do that maybe.
I don't know. I just don't think I would. I could be wrong.
And I mean, my wife gets upset at me. Like she's like, I know you wouldn't fall for that. Like sarcastically telling me like, I mean, I'm a partially educated person.
Yeah.
But then again, he fooled
those
super educated
they were
people.
Super educated.
But I don't know. And whatever his fifth seal was about people coming and shooting up the place, like I don't have the gift of prophecy, but
I don't think that
I probably could have guessed that.
Yeah.
If you're doing what they're doing. Right.
Right. Oh, it fits perfectly. Might as well just say it's this.
It's the seal happening. Remember that seal I told you guys about? I don't know. I got to look up the 7 seals thing. I don't know.
I mean, not to make light of the situation, I really do feel bad for him. Like,
absolutely. I
mean, I'm so shocked that it happened. That something like this happened while I was I guess I was in like middle school. You were in high school, freshman?
I was a freshman, yeah.
Yeah, I was like middle school.
Into my freshman year.
Yeah.
You're younger than me, Mario. I get it.
Yeah, I just really feel bad for him. A lot of lives were lost and some bad decisions were made, and that's what happens when you make bad decisions. There are consequences, and I mean, I feel for him. I feel for him, especially if he was like, take him for instance. He was so wrapped up in it that he'd rather just shoot himself or have one of his followers shoot him, whatever it was, however it happened actually. Instead of just, I don't think suicide is the way to leave if you were supposed to leave. I don't think you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. But he was so wrapped up in it that he couldn't see past it. He couldn't see out of it. And so, I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for all the people who followed him. I mean,
well, yeah, no one should have lost their life.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
Like we talked about, there's several times that this all could have been avoided.
Right.
Or you could just if you go by what the story goes by, you were free to leave at any time.
Right. He didn't say that.
So
he said that.
You can't leave, And then he says that, and then he sort of manipulates the one chick who wanted to go see her kid.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, can I leave, or...
Right.
Or you make me feel bad about it if I do leave.
But that's the way he got him. So, right? Uh-huh. He's like, oh, you can leave. But this and this and this, you know? And so they felt like they were free, but they weren't really free.
I don't... As I'm going back and think, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But I would assume a lot of them, well, I can't say that because some of them are already married. So I was going to say they're lonely or they're missing something.
Yeah.
I was going to say he would probably manipulate it that way. But a lot of them, this dude was, like you said, in Hawaii with his wife educated,
living the good life,
living, and then
I mean, this ain't sweet life on deck.
Yeah,
I mean, living good stuff.
So I don't know, but I guess he said that he could outquote him. He knew more of the Bible than he did, and so he pulled him that string, or whatever it is. It's just, man, maybe I would fall into it. I don't know, but I don't think. I strongly don't believe, or strongly believe that I wouldn't do that. But I don't know. Maybe you pull on the right string. Maybe I was like,
I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's just, we're just sitting here and we're going back over it. Yeah. And a lot of times we've just stopped and just been like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe I will.
I don't know. How can all this happen?
But,
like, all the things that happened for this to happen, just that in of itself is incredible.
Right. Well,
like, where'd you find all these people? Where'd you, like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, he had to...
Where'd these people come from?
And figure out how to speak their language.
Yeah.
To get them to come.
I mean, the internet was just starting. There wasn't no Craigslist or anything. Like, come to my compound.
Yeah. Hey, we don't have any running water, but you get away from everything else. And
we got ice cream.
Yeah.
So
they did have ice cream.
Yeah,
they showed that.
That might turn me. Because I like ice cream.
Okay.
But not just one spoon. I'd be like, bro, one spoon?
No. Well, we all share, remember?
No. I'm gonna need half that tub.
Well, I'm getting this ice cream. What are these guns for? What are these guns right here though for? Next to the ice cream.
So I just got the vanilla down and a rifle fell over.
Yeah.
What's up with that? What's that?
Oh, I don't need to know? Oh, okay. I don't think this is a place for me. I don't think this is it. Oh, man.
I'm not good. There's children walking around this freezer.
Yeah.
All right.
Lined up. Who knows? Well, if you haven't seen Waco.
Yes, please end this. I don't know how to end it.
If you haven't seen Waco, I'd recommend you see it. I wouldn't say it's children approved.
Not children approved.
No.
TVMA.
Yeah, I would not recommend you watch it with your kids. But it is good. It is history. I don't know how much of it is accurate.
Right.
But it is a piece of history that has happened in the U.S. And it was really interesting. Especially coming from me who I don't really remember it, even though it happened while I was, alive.
It was, back in the day. You weren't paying attention to it.
Right. Exactly.
Like, your parents would probably know about it. But
exactly.
You're not going to know about it.
But yes, we always want you all to leave comments.
Yes.
What you want us to talk about next.
What can we talk about? That's a good one.
We are open book, so whatever's on your mind, just let us know.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Yeah, we can
anything, whatever.
I can talk about some ice cream. There's only 3 types of ice cream that need to exist.
Goodness.
But anyway,
goodness gracious. We'll get into that next time.
If they want us to talk about that, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
But yes, we really do read the comments. We had a comment the other day that just really enjoyed the podcast, and we really appreciate that. And hopefully we can keep it going. But we need some thoughts. What do you want us to talk about? What do you want us to rant about? We're just chatting. We just two dudes chatting.
Also, smash the like button.
Yes.
Smash it.
Yes.
Share it.
Hulk smashed it.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smashed it. Hulk smashed it.
Hulk smash that like button.
Yes.
Share, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
I think that's it.
That's it.
I'm so glad we had this time together.
Yeah, me too.
But all good things must. We are out.
Yeah, see you on the next one.